The other day, I looked in the mirror and I saw somebody I couldn't identify. I was like, is that me? Right? And then it just dawned on my head. I was like, I'm no longer the person I used to be. And I've been walking around life, acting as though my circumstances shaped me, when the entire time God used those circumstances to shape me to somebody entirely different. For the first time, I no longer saw myself as my circumstances, and I saw myself as who I am. And I'm telling you this because I'm not the only person who's doing this. I'm not the only person who sees themselves for what has happened to them, right? And is still condoning behavior from people they shouldn't be condoning. And who has low self-worth or what, etc., low self-esteem. The list goes on. And is taking things they couldn't be taking or shouldn't be taking if they just walked into their power. And if they just saw themselves for what they actually are and not what happened to them. A lot of us are not walking into the purpose that would shield us from the terrible, nasty people in this world that don't have the best interest for our ex-toxic friends, our ex-toxic partner, our ex-toxic whatever, right? That respect that we look for, right, would be given to us instantly. We started behaving like the person that we knew that we were. But we're always there, right, acting and, there with our tail crossed, with our tail in between our legs, acting like we are not, right, those circumstances. But, we have learned from those things. And we are no longer those things. And we're completely different people. And just because those things happened to us 5 years ago, right, those things have nothing. They have no effect on who we are today, except the fact that they've shaped us to be a better person. You are no longer who you thought you used to be because you've already learned the lesson. Immediately that thing happened to you, those lessons were already internalized and learned. And that moment was the moment you got your power, right? By seeing how much you could go through, how much strength you had, right? So stop making yourself small and actually start looking at yourself for who you've become. Because I promise you, if you look to yourself in the mirror and you start to see yourself for the person or the man or woman or other that you have become, rather than the person that you used to be, you'd be shocked how instantly and how powerful you will feel just looking in the mirror and knowing that you no longer know the person that you see. Not because they're a completely different a person, but because in a way actually they are. And thank God they are. Because, it means you've grown. It means that you've learned from the things that you've gone through. It means that it's a new dawn for you. And the night has passed. And the new story is being written. And it is waiting for you to walk into your power.